Mm, hmm. Interesting. Okay. Oh, hi everyone. Larry from the basement here. Right. Let's get started. So the other day I was sitting at my computer when suddenly I got a message from my friend. You gotta try this new Japanese game, he said. It's super popular right now and really fun. You should make a video about it. Thanks, friend. My friend was even kind enough to send me a copy of the game to play. So I think I'll give it a try. Now, I haven't looked up or researched anything about this game yet, at all, and I don't plan to. I want to go in fresh. When I asked my friend what the game was like, he said, and I quote, "It's like Pokemon, but with guns." Huh, like Pokemon. So, like a collecting game? You know, like the gotta collect them all or whatever? What was it? No, no, wait, stop. Not that one, the other one. Right, that one. Pokemon, but with guns. I mean, it does sound like a game. Well, now before we start, I should mention that my friend also said this game is extremely popular right now. And popular games get a lot of views. But you know what? I don't care about popularity. And it's absolutely not a marker for how good a game is. But no, no, no. But well, okay, but of course, lots of popular games are great, you know? Like Roblox or Fortnite or popular games. League of Legends. I hear the people that play that game are really wonderful. But these games aren't great because so many of you like them. They need to be pulled apart and examined piece by piece and then reviewed by an objective party. So, I've decided that as someone that knows nothing about this incredibly popular game, I'd be the perfect objective reviewer. Now, I'm sure many of you watching love this Pokemon with Guns game, but I will not pander to you like some IGN reviewer. If the game is truly good, then I'll sing its praises to the sky, and will even purchase my own copy. But if it's not, then I'll gladly make a scathing review of its shortcomings, even if it causes most of you to mass dislike my videos and unsubscribe and block my content from ever appearing in your feed and report me for horrible things I didn't do. I'm not afraid to make my point of view known, even against the ire of an angry fan base. I'm not afraid at all. With that said, let's review this incredibly popular game that people are calling Pokemon with Guns. Fairy Carrots is a Japanese game that recently took the world by storm, and, due to its collectible-based gameplay and incorporation of guns, many people are nicknaming the game Pokemon with Guns. After playing the game for myself, I can easily see the reason for the mass adoration. On the surface, the story of Fairy Carrots is relatively simple. You play as a tiny, perverted old man living in a share house for teenage girls. Your mission is to sneak around the house and secretly pick up carrots without being seen by the building's residents. To do this, you need to utilize the game's stealth and platforming mechanics. The game is clever in that it takes ideas from Metal Gear Solid's stealth mechanics and Super Mario's movement mechanics. Yeah, just like Metal Gear Solid. The stealth mechanic itself is very impressive. The way it works is, if the enemies can't see you, then they don't know you're there. Really riveting stuff. Sneaking around the house is enjoyable too, with all kinds of little nooks and crannies to hide yourself in. Some places will initially seem far out of reach, but luckily the house is fitted with these small, vibrantly colored nubs and ladders, just the right size for a tiny old man to grab onto. And this brings me to the platforming. I'll be honest, when I initially heard of Pokemon with guns, I thought this game would be a pretty bad knockoff of its predecessors. But after running and jumping all over the house a little bit, like the rest of you, I have come to love this game as well. The whole game just feels so real. Every time your character takes a step, he moves so swiftly and fluidly, as only a true fairy could. When he grabs onto a nub, it feels as though his powerful muscles pulse and bulge. When he jumps up, he lets out a natural grunt, and makes a graceful fairy-like pose as he falls back down. The game is just steeped in realism. And then, there's the rolling. Oh wow, oh yeah. Wow. Rolling the character's muscular body under an object feels super powerful and fast, exactly as an old man's roll should feel. But that isn't even the best part. Watch this. Did you forget? This isn't just any old man, this is an old man fairy. So of course he can roll in the air as well. And not only that, but his air roll is one of the most useful skills to navigate around the house. You'll use it constantly to move from platform to platform and nub to nub. While moving through the house, you'll notice these spinning carrots. These are of course the fairy carrots. They're hidden in all kinds of hard to reach places, and only a player that's truly mastered fairy movement can reach them. Running into one grants a happy little jingle. I'll bet all you huge fans have already memorized this by heart. It's such a nice little jingle. Maybe I'll even make it my ringtone. But of course, there is danger in searching for these carrots. And that danger comes in the shape of huge teenage girls roaming the hallways heavily armed. If you're careless and accidentally let yourself be seen by them, they'll ruthlessly gun you down. Though, maybe taking a second look at my outfit, I can't really blame them. And, it really begs the question, what is this game saying? Of course, it has to be saying something. These popular games always have these deeper meanings. Look at those great games you all love, like Ocarina of Time or, Fortnite. These games obviously wouldn't have become popular if they didn't have a deeper meaning in the first place. Just like that famous guy always said, good gameplay makes you enjoy a game. Deeper meaning makes you love a game. And so, I personally tried to break down all the subtle elements of this Pokemon with Guns game so I can explain it to all of you. And we can all feel a bit smarter for loving it. The game forces you to play as a tiny perverted old man, and in doing so, it makes you feel and act as he does, which in turn causes you to empathize with him. Therefore, when the game's quest sends you to go out looking for carrots, you lead him on his quest without any hesitation. When you see the young girls wandering the hallways, you simply see them as obstacles to get past. But they aren't just obstacles. They're unbeatable giants wielding weapons of war. So, when you first encounter them, you are inevitably slain and annoyed. As you are slain again and again and again and again, you start to realize the reality of the situation. You're not losing the game. You're being punished for your perverted deeds. But of course, this is only a perspective from an English-speaking person. We have to remember that this is a Japanese game made by a Japanese person, and presumably in Japan. Ah, Japan, a mysterious place engulfed in natural landscapes and inhabited by strange pagan gods.
せーの、萌え萌えキュー
So, naturally, the people that live there also have a way of thinking that is quite different from our own. Therefore, trying to find Japanese information about tiny old men took multiple days of extensive research. But I did it for you, for all of you fans of this Pokemon with Guns game. So, what did I find? Well, it turns out that Tiny Old Men is actually a very famous urban legend in the country. To the point of which, if you asked a random person on the street if they knew about tiny old men, they would likely say yes. while a number of them might even claim to have seen a tiny old man themselves. Searching tiny old men in Japanese on YouTube will result in countless results of people claiming to have video evidence of them. There's even a Wikipedia page and a number of video games featuring tiny old men. So, clearly, the tiny old man is a popular concept. But what do people think of them? Well, most people describe them as mysterious, interesting, and cute. That's right, cute. In fact, seeing a tiny old man is considered to be good luck in itself, or bring good luck in the future. At this point, you might start to realize similarities to a folktale creature we have in our English-speaking countries. That is, a leprechaun. And this brings us back to the Japanese interpretation of fairy carrots, which I know you've all been eagerly waiting for, my fellow Pokemon with Guns fans. Well, I don't think you can deny that the teenage girls are trying to hunt our tiny old man. In fact, I think it was them who placed the carrots throughout the house as a trap to lure the tiny old man out of his hiding place. Why? Well, there's one more thing I've neglected to mention up until now. As you wander the house, something you begin to notice is the vast collection of shiny figures and dolls laying about. These girls are collectors. And an extremely rare tiny old man would be the perfect addition to their collection. Well, now we've come to the end of my objective review. It's time for the moment you've all been waiting for. The reveal of my score for this legendary Pokemon with Guns game. Well, after much consideration, I give this game a strong 10 out of 10 for its beautiful graphics, realistic movement physics, and incredibly deep hidden meaning. In my opinion, I think all of you are absolutely right to like this game as much as you do. If for some reason you haven't tried this game yet, what are you doing? All your friends are already playing it. Pick it up on Steam and enjoy a little carrot hunt. What do you all think of this Pokemon with Guns game? Do you have a different interpretation of the game? Or do you think the game isn't deserving of its mass following? Let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to... Oh, hang on. That's my phone. Hey, what's up? Yeah, I just finished reviewing that game you sent me. It was... something, but I guess it's popular, so the video should do well. I don't really get what fairy carrots has to do with Pokemon or guns or... What? No, you sent me fairy carrots. What do you mean you sent me the wrong game?